Hey, good evening, everybody, or good afternoon. Um, you know the business with me. If you woke up this morning, you are winning. Welcome to Chicagoland Baseball Chronicles. I'm your man, Bo Rab, and got my co-host right here, Bill Haley. What's up, Bill?
Hey, what's going on, Bo? You ready for another one, bro?
Man, we got a good one, dude. We got my boy. We got a major leaguer for y'all, a World Series champion. Give him a formal introduction, man. Let's go and give it up, man. Give him
Yeah,
an
I'm gonna
introduction,
give it
man.
up to him. Before we bring our guest on today, I want to give a shout out to my guy, Coach A, for the 290 Elite Football Program out on the West
Yeah.
Side. They're
Yes,
doing
sir.
great things on the West Side with the football program, transforming lives of our young men. He got the merch together for us on a real quick order for us today. So shout out to you, Coach A.
That's
And
it.
without
Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. We're gonna have t-shirts coming soon. As a matter of fact, we can give a t-shirt out to each one of our guests in the future. Chicagoland Baseball Chronicles t-shirt. Merch is on the way. And I'm really excited about this one today. We've got a 14-year Major League Baseball veteran, World Series winner with the New York Yankees. Both of his sons play professional baseball. He remains connected to the game today through the Big League Baseball Academy. And I'm ready to bring him on, Mr.
Let's
Charlie
bring
Hayes.
him on, Mr. Charlie Hayes. Mr. Charlie Hayes, where are you, man? Where are you? Where are you? There he is.
Right here.
Boom.
What's up, Charlie? What's up, my
Hey,
man?
hey, man, had a few workouts today. That's about it. Just up here at the baseball academy, hanging out, getting ready to go to the house, get some dinner.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, man, look, we appreciate you taking your dear time to come on Chi-Town Baseball Chronicles, and he got big time Chicago connections. But we gonna start it off righteous, man. How did you start playing ball, man? Who put the ball in your hand? And how did you come up? How did you come up, man?
Well, well, we were out at the ball, out at the ballpark, and they were throwing the ball around. My uncle and them was throwing the ball around. So, I finally, got to the point where I got the glove on and started playing catch with them. I kind of liked it. I wasn't that good at first, but
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I watched it on TV a little bit, but then once I got to try it, then I really liked it. I was about 7 years old then, Bo.
About 7 years old, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
We're
this
gonna
was
advance a little bit, Charlie. In 1983, my dad coached the Little League baseball team, the Jackie Robinson West Little League baseball team. They won the Illinois State Championship. They traveled and won the Central States Regional Championship. And in 1983, they played in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, in the Little League World Series, Jackie
Yeah.
Robinson Little League.
I remember watching.
We lost the first game. We lost the first game in Marietta, Georgia. We got in the consolation bracket. Boys got a little confidence, got used to being away from home, and we ran through it. In 1977, you had a similar experience with the Hattiesburg Little League team, the only team from Mississippi to ever win the Little League, to go to the Little League World Series. Nobody had ever done it
black.
before,
Black, you mean?
all African American, and nobody has done it since. 1977, you guys went up to the Little League World Series. You say you beat Dwight Gooden in the regionals, Belmont,
Yeah,
Florida.
yeah. We played against Belmont Heights, a team in down in Tampa, there in the suburbs of Belmont Heights, and we upset them, and we moved on over there to Williamsport and got to play a little ball. It was new for all of us. I don't know about a lot of my teammates that were on the team. We all played in the local Little League area there, but
Right.
it was probably my first time ever leaving the state. So
Really?
Really?
yeah, man, it was one. We got there. We didn't know what was going on. We just knew that we were playing baseball, and we had I think it was like 10 or 12 of us, and we call it our little posse. And we overcame. We got far as people ever got doing that stuff. So it
Right.
was we had some good ball players on that team. Some guys that played other sports. Later after we got through doing the little league stuff, several of those guys we played in the Pony Little League, the Pony League stuff, and select ball wasn't as prevalent back then as it is, as it is now. So
Neighborhood game.
Tell
Neighborhood
me
game.
this here, man. I'm down there in Mississippi. By the way, people, you in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. So coming up, like, was your competition playing amongst other brothers, or did y'all play against them white folks down there?
We played against everybody. I mean, it just depends on, you know, where you was at. Like when during the summer, we played in our local little leagues and pony league areas and all that, and that was more like from the hood like stuff. But to go through the regionals and stuff like that, then you
Oh,
know it was
absolutely.
different.
Absolutely.
High school, um, you know, it was some black schools, but for the most part, uh, it wasn't a whole lot of us. I mean,
Right.
yeah. So, you know, doing literally, it was all of us. But then
Mhm.
once we would play with the school stuff, then it was everybody.
Okay,
Okay.
so pretty much you guys were in your community, y'all were pretty competitive, huh?
Oh yeah, I mean, like, um, see, ball's changed now than when it was when we came along.
Absolutely.
Everybody was good.
Absolutely. Right.
Now, if you got money, then you can be select. You know what I'm saying? If that's the way it is now, and you know, it's unfortunate, but uh, ball just ain't the same like when we came up.
Yeah,
Even watching my kids that play, you know, that play pro ball now. Even from when they played, ball is a lot different.
Mhm.
right.
Mhm. Do you think, Charlie, that some kids have been priced out of the game?
No, I don't think so. I think it comes down to, you know, what you want to do. Like, I
Mhm.
mean, I see kids with $300 tennis shoes on and $1,400 iPhones. So it's hard for me to say that they priced out of the game. Now, I get it that economically, because I was one of those kids where you know, your parents didn't have the necessary means, and the opportunities wasn't the way they are now. There's opportunities out there in this world now, and I think we just need to, you know, grab a hold of them and do the right thing. I think, you know, like I said, it's some kids. Yeah, it's always some situations where it's some people that are out of it. But man, you know, hey, sacrifices. I made them my whole life for my kids because number
Mhm.
one, uh, the last thing I wanted to do or ever have to go through was, um, man, I wish I would have did this for my kid. Maybe he would have. No, never that, bro. I went without. I got on the Walmart socks and they had on the Nikes. You see what I'm saying? So it's a
Mhm.
way, but I don't think you know, and I don't blame nobody. I just think that from my perspective and where I look at it from, we got kids having kids. So that's where the whole problem at. That kid that needs some batting lessons, he's not getting them because the mama or daddy probably still out in the streets. So that's a problem too. You see what I'm saying? So it's a number of things, but I mean, we're playing. I think we're playing. Are the numbers where we want them to be? No, they're not. But um, see, I think our biggest problem is I get wrong for 40 and right is 50. I think I'm winning. You ain't winning. You see what I'm saying? That's what our problem is. We always looking for a deal. It ain't no deals out here. I mean,
It's
you
hard
know,
work.
that's what it is. And then the thing that I see with baseball now is that it's just so many leagues and it's so many, like here in Houston, they got this thing called second chance. You go
Mhm.
out for the high school team.
Check
If
this
you
out.
don't make the team, they got another league you can play high school baseball in. It's called second chance. I've never heard of that. And I
Mhm.
think that's what, see, the thing that's so puzzling to me
So
about baseball,
they selling them a dream, huh?
well, I mean, it's not that. It's just so much money in it, and these people. I mean, they want their kids to be successful, and they'll do anything to do it. But you gotta have common sense. Number one, you gotta surround yourself with the proper people that you need to surround yourself with. I'm not saying that everybody that coach baseball know how to coach baseball. I'm not saying that if you didn't play, you don't know how to coach. I'm not saying that. But I mean, you gotta have common sense. I mean, look at baseball. I think they said it's been 23,000 and some players in like 170 years. And but I mean, if you took the number of people that have played baseball over the number of years that baseball's been played, and you put them in the smallest stadium in the major leagues, which is Progressive Field in Cleveland, which holds 30,000 fans, it would only be 61% capacity of all the people that done played. But what kills me is that there's 100 million people that know how to teach it. So I don't understand how so many can't play the game, but so many can teach it. And then I think we get caught up in the, they saying what we want to hear. Hey, man, that don't work. You got to get out there and put the work in. And that's, we we glorify games when we should glorify practice. And that's.
We had
let me remind you a bit, Charlie. Let me go back to so we got past the Little League World Series experience for you, and a lot of time, first time on the kids on the team, leaving Hattiesburg, leaving Mississippi. You go on to high school. When do you realize that you had popped up on the Major League Scouts radar? When did you realize that this might become a thing for you?
We were playing down in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Down on the coast.
And they were playing it. We were playing. I just got out of basketball on a Friday night. We lost in state. So on that Saturday.
Hold on, time out. You play how many sports you play, player?
I played 2. I played 3, but then I needed to work so I could pay the light bill.
Okay, so you already know where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hit you later on. You know where I'm going with it. But go ahead after basketball.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I got out of basketball on a Friday night. We lost in the state. So then on Saturday, I went on the bus with the team, and Coach DeWeese, my high school coach, said, "You pitching?" And I said, "Okay." He asked me, "When had the last time you did baseball?" And I said, "Well, I do baseball every day. I do basketball every day. I throw the football every day." I said, so he said, "Oh, really? You think you ready?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready." So we played the Gulfport team, and they had this kid on there named Marcus Lawton. And his brother's name was Matt Lawton, had got drafted out of there by the Mets. So I went down there, and I hadn't played baseball since the summer or the year before. And
now it's spring now. It's spring now.
Yeah. I put that thing on him, man. I throw that gas. And then I put that aluminum on him, and then everybody started following Charlie Hayes. That's how it happened.
So they were there to see the Lawton boy, and then you popped up.
Yeah, that's how it happened. And that's what I try to get people to understand is that listen, if you're on a team and everybody good, somebody gonna get left out. Dudes don't play with dudes. Dudes play against dudes. Because if all the dudes are on one team and they beating up on everybody, you should be playing against the dudes on your team, and then you'll know where you at. See? Right. But that ain't what we want out there. What I see in travel ball, the pitcher get in trouble, they take him out the game. And how he gonna ever get tough skin if every time he gets in a situation where he might fail, you don't let him go through that? You gonna learn that at the pro level? No, he gonna be at home. That's what happens, and that's what we do now. I mean, like, we gotta work. But yeah, man, I love baseball. That's why I'm on here. I love Bo. Bo love baseball. That's right. I just met you, Bo. I remember Bo picked me up, and on the airport, his truck was running hot. We stop on the road. I think he get out to get some water. He get out with baseball bats. Talking about, man, look at my swing. Man, we out of baseball. I'm out of ball. Bo out of ball. Right. But man, hey, baseball is a great sport. I think it's a great sport for us. I think we just need to pay more, attention to the particulars. Work at it. It's an individual sport. It's hard, but dude, it's ways to play. It's ways to play. Your local little league. We got to go back. We got to get the right people out there. There's people out there now that's saying what we want to hear, but ain't doing what we need to do to help our kids get better. But going back to that Little League World Series stuff, man. That was a chance of a life for me. I think that what woke me up and gave me hope of wondering how I was going to pay to, figure out how my parents were going to go to college. I mean, now it's just totally different. Like these kids nowadays, they got these NIL deals and all that. I'm just telling you, go where you can play. If you're a kid and you in high school and they talking about D1 this, D1 that, and you're going to redshirt, go to where you're going to play so you can put some numbers up, and then when you in the transfer portal, then they'll go find you. Going and sit on the bench, that ain't going to work. I don't care if you're going to.
Hey, Charlie, I'm trying to, because I see he's so much into instruction, and we know a whole lot about you, and we're going to go straight there to it. What, you got 2 pros that came up out your house. One of them is a starting third baseman for the Pittsburgh Pirates. What type of preparation, like just doing it, did you prepare them? We talking about instruction. What did Tyree do? What did Brian do?
There for a while, man, they listened, right? And then they got to the point where they were good. They thought they were good. So when I realized they wasn't listening, what I did was provide an environment that was conducive to learning. But it took me out of being the figure. I brought in Jesse Barfield. Mike Jackson came by. Guys like that. Because I realized Dad say clean your room up. Now my kid mad at me and he ain't listening about baseball because I got on him earlier because his mom got on me about the room being there. So you got to be smart like that. That's what I try to get people to understand. Like, hey, Bo, I know a lot of coaches that are good coaches, but they can coach high school kids, but they can't coach 8-year-olds. They can't coach 10-year-olds. Right. They can't coach. Right. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely. And that's what happens a lot of time out here. But so when it came to my kids, I just made sure, because they were always, like I tell people all the time, I was fortunate to get some kids that caught on to baseball. My wife loved baseball, and we were the baseball family basically. Right. So I was lucky in that sense. But I remember like having to sleep on the couch for a week because I was playing catch in the yard with my kid, and he wasn't throwing the ball right. So I would let the ball go by, and when he would go get it and turn around and throw it back to me, I would be sitting on the couch. And then he would come in and tell his mom, Dad being dumb out there. But hey, bro, I held my own. I know what it takes to be a baseball player. If every time you pick that ball up, it's gonna teach you 2 things: a good habit or a bad habit. Which one you want? And that's what I always told my kids. Hey, man, we not out here just playing catch. We out here to do it right. We want to do it so many times that we can't get it wrong. Mm-hmm. That's how you become good. And today's kids ain't working like that. They don't have those work ethics like that. They in everything. Like
tell me this, Charlie. Right? Yeah. Because you got a camp. What's your approach when you grab those kids early in the game? Because your lowest age group is what? What's your lowest age group at the camp?
Right now, 9-year-olds. But what we do is a lot of repetition. And that's the whole key to all of this.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, I gotta listen. I gotta get my skill set up. I'm not gonna get my skill set up. Like here's the thing. This how simple it is. When we play on the weekends, I don't warm up and hit ground balls and all that because we are fit to play. During the week, we practice. I don't do extra BP before the game start. These are 10-year-old kids because if they have a bad BP, guess where they're going to take that bad attitude?
To the game.
And I've been building their confidence up all week. And then now I get to the ballpark and a dad got him over there in the cages throwing to him who can't throw. And now all of a sudden my kid back to ground zero. No, I want you to sit in the stands and watch the other team play, and whoever play the position he play, you tell me if he doing what he's supposed to be doing or you ain't doing what you supposed to be doing. That's how you learn, Bo.
Hey, check this out. I got one. And it's a question somebody on Facebook pull up. What advice do you have for baseball parents?
Drop the kids off and go in the car and go to the mall, and then make sure you come back and get them when you're supposed to. There it is. Like I
You-
told Bo, I told you a long time ago, Bo, you asked me. I say, man, I've been all over the world. I'm blessed, man. God really treated me well and my family, especially when it come to baseball. And I met all the people in the world. And then the worst environment I ever been in is parents and youth sports in my whole life. And I've been all over the world. But I'm still out here doing what I do because I'm doing it for the kids, bro. I
Right.
love the kids. And but I mean, man, we all were parents. I was like that with one of my boys, Tyree. I think I was the reason why he didn't get as far as he should have got, because I was like they call them helicopter parents here in Houston. And I think I was kind of like that to an extent, but
He was a pitcher, right? He's a pitcher, right, Charlie?
Yeah, he was a pitcher, but I mean,
he played
like
shortstop though, right? He was a mid infielder.
Yeah, he was going to go to University of Texas to play shortstop. They say, but I already know that you hear another little nugget I want to throw out there to the parents.
Yeah, give it up, man. Give us the information, man.
Man, ain't no two-way players, man. It's one two-way player in the world. You see him on TV, don't you? That's it. How many more in the major league? So that, like, Texas offered Tyree, but I already know Tyree was going to go to Texas. They were going to let him play in the fall at shortstop. They going to say he didn't hit the ball good enough, and then he was going to replace Houston Street. You remember Houston Street? Well,
yes,
that's why Texas were recruiting Tyree, so he could be the closer there. See, we as parents, we think, oh yeah. No, man, listen. Go where your kid gonna play. Go where you know the coach, whatever he say, that's what's gonna happen. You gotta raise your kid right, because when he go to a college campus, he's gonna have a lot of downtime by himself. The coach can't watch everybody. That's like a lot of people ask me, hey man, what's the word? I say, man, I had a kid go to school in state. And they say, well, what happened? I said, I didn't like it. And they go, why? I said, because he was at home every weekend, hanging out with kids that wasn't trying to make nothing with their life. I say, so my next one, Key Bryan, I made sure he committed way over there in Tennessee somewhere, so he couldn't come home. Right. And then he could grow up. You see what I'm saying? I'm not growing you up. I'm not growing you up to live here with me. I'm growing you up to be a citizen, a respected young man in your community. See, I think that's what happens. We go for the safe route, and that ain't what this is now, man. You got kids in like a high school kid now. You got to go to junior college, man. That's what I see. I guess that's the best route now, the way it looks, because you need to put up some numbers, and you need to get in the weight room, and you need to get physical and do all the stuff because
that way that give a kid two chances too. Like, you know what I mean? Because now you go from that league, and then you can go play D1 somewhere. So that give them a longer look at you if you go to a junior college.
Yeah, Bo, they got these kids now. See, listen, this what's happening. It used to be a whole lot of kids going to college, but it ain't that many going now. You look at all these kids. I just look every weekend at all these kids committing at them schools. Do they come back and tell you that they go in the fall, and when they come home in December, 75, 80% of them don't never go back? See, they don't never. That's the side that you need to put on the TV, because you can commit and go to a school, but do you stay there? And that's what's happening. A lot of the schools, I mean, it's a business now. I mean, like, if I'm going to be honest with you, if I was a college coach, I wouldn't take no freshmen out of high school, because number one, they probably ain't as physical as they need to be. I don't know if they're going to be homesick or not. So I'm going to go get me a kid out of junior college that done hit 16 home runs. He's 6 feet, 200 pounds, because that's who I got to give my money to. So the way it used to be about the kids had all the power and all that, it ain't like that no more. So we got to adjust to that. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be smart. You gotta be smart. I check report cards out here at my baseball academy because here's the reason why. If I can get 50% academic and I can get 50% athletic, how much my parents gonna pay? Ain't no full rides no more.
Yeah, they don't giving up there no more full rides. I had to get an education to that. I didn't know.
If you get a full ride, they know they're gonna sell $1 million worth of your jersey.
Charlie, I want to tap into a minute. You had a 13-year Major League Baseball career, professional baseball, 13 years, played with several different teams, but 1996 was a special year for you. You had 2 stints with the Yankees. In 1996, Yankees bring you back mid-season, right?
Yes, sir.
Need a big bat, third base, need some leadership in the clubhouse to making a World Series run. Tell us about 1996. The Yankees bring you back into the team, and you guys advance to the World Series to play the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, I get traded over, man, in 96. I had already called my buddy and told him, hey, get the boat, man. We gonna go fishing. You know, Bo, you know how it's Mississippi, boy. We all about that. When I'm still finishing the season out, I'm still going hard, but I just, kind of start making some plans because, look like.
Where were you at the time? Colorado? You were at Colorado?
No, I was in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, okay.
Yeah. So I get traded over
to the Yankees.
Yeah, I don't know which team I'm going to. I didn't think I was going to the Yankees because I knew they had Wade Boggs. But I still didn't realize where I was going until I got out to California.
Where you thought you was going?
Well, I thought I was going on the Mets. And I was like, the Mets are just as bad as we are. So I don't understand this trade. But then the airport, when we got to the airport and then I landed and then they took me to my room, I was at the hotel that you play when you play the American League. So you play the Angels. So then Joe Torre called the phone and asked, where you at? I said, I'm in the room. He said, you need to get downstairs. There's a car out there waiting for you. So I got on downstairs. The car service picked me up, took me on to the stadium. So I'm running up the tunnel, and the trainer the clubhouse guy meet me with the uniform. So I put it on.
Damn.
Wade Boggs that hurt his back or something.
Okay.
So I'm playing.
You was right. You went right in the lineup that day.
Right in the lineup, man. And
this is Derek Jeter, right? Next to Derek.
Yeah, I went 3 for 5, had some RBI. Man.
That's how I met. I'm telling you, that's how I met Jeter because of him. Because we picked him up after the game. We met him in White Sox pod.
Mariano Duncan took care of me, made me feel at home from soon as I walked out there. He had this little slogan, we play today, we win today. That's it. We ain't talking about nothing else. We play today, we win today. That's it. And that's what it was over there with the Yankees. So I fell right on in there with that. And then they saw how I love the game and how I prepared for the game. So I fitted right in with what they had going on over there. Mr. Torre, he taught everybody over there that he got everybody to believe into. Whatever 9 that he started, that was the best 9 that gave us the chance to win the game at the beginning of the game. So, yeah. Like I try to tell kids all the time about that. When I got over there, I'd never been on a team where everybody was for everybody. It was a team.
The Yankees were like that?
Yeah, it was really a team, man. It was everybody was for everybody. Like, Tino Martinez and Cecil Fielder were the first baseman. Cecil Fielder cheered just for Tino just as much as like he was.
Yeah, y'all was star-studded. Y'all was star-studded at every position. So everybody, I guess you had to leave your ego right there at the steps, huh?
Yeah, man. But Bo, I always played like that, man. I think that's why my career was 14 years is because I played to be the best. I played to be the best for the team. Not the best one on the team, if that makes sense. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I could have been selfish and only played 7 years, but I played to win. So by playing to win, I got to hang around a little bit longer. You see what I'm saying? And that's absolutely. We don't do that now, and it's hard. You used to get on, you move him over, you get him in. You had a little bit more freedom. Now the kids are controlled like robots. Like, what's that thing they got now? AI or whatever that is. That's how they can, I make a great play. I'm running back to my position. I'm looking on deck. Oh, look at Ricky Henderson. I better play in a couple of steps. He might try to bunt. So we don't do that now. They got a piece of paper that tell you, hey, back up. You're supposed to be over there.
Analytics.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I
shit.
love,
Yeah.
I love, don't get me wrong, bro. I love analytics. Okay? But we did analytics back in the days when we were playing. You want me to give you an example?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. I get to the ballpark every day. The first thing I do is I grab a stat sheet. Oh, look at that. Roger Clemens pitching. He got 50 in this pitch. He got 122 strikeouts.
Like
Man,
that.
I better swing the bat early because if he gets 2 strikes on me, he gonna strike me out. Ain't that analytics?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ain't that analytics?
Pretty
Flat
much.
outside.
And that's what we did. We did that.
Yeah,
we did that on the course of our day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, like, man, I got a kid that play, and I don't really talk to him like everybody think I do because I want him to learn like I had to learn. I learned. And, being around them cats like Dusty Baker and Amos Otis and Chris Spires and Phil Garner.
Hall of Fame.
My best thing, the best thing I was good at in life, it was not a baseball player. The best thing I was good at was observing and applying, watching, paying attention, and then applying different things that was going to vastly affect my game and enhance it and make me better. So that's why I always watch them old cats. But nowadays, man, when I look at baseball, experience doesn't mean anything anymore. You see what I'm saying? When I grew up, it meant everything. But now it don't mean nothing because you got all these cats out there.
I know where you're going. Like I ask myself all the time, and I used to ask you. You talk about it if you want to. All your experience, why the hell you ain't on somebody major league roster doing that? Even though I know you're gonna do what you do with the kids anyway. But a brother like you, with the experience you put in, as you just said, and play. I mean, you full circle, dog. What's the business with that? Is it a racial thing? Wow, my brothers ain't getting these jobs, and you get a dude like Craig Counsell or whatever his name is, the manager of the Cubs. Yeah, I'm going there. He been out of baseball a couple years. Bam, he the damn manager. I got a homie who I know that should have been in the pros named Tomball Tx. Yeah, I said it. He been on the bench and 2 World Series teams and 4 or 5 powerhouse teams, and he ain't getting the job yet.
Bo, I don't know what the answer is. I can honestly say,
come on, man.
Back in the day, that was like an aspiration of mine to be a coach. But, the one day manager. I mean, look, I looked up to Dusty Baker. I looked up to Joe Torre. I looked up to Jim Leland. Every day I went to the ballpark, I treated it like it was going to be my last day because I felt like I was operating on borrowed time anyway because I came from a high school where I had under 200 people in my graduation class, and I played for the New York Yankees.
Right.
Imagine that. So I always approached it every day like it was going to be my last day. But, when it comes to this, the racial stuff or, why we're not getting the jobs, hey, do I have a piece of paper to say that I'm qualified? No, I don't. But I got experience.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I was informed from someone that in order to be a Major League Baseball coach, a brother like yourself, you got to go take a class. Your experience don't mean shit.
I got to go get certified by this and by that. That's, from my understanding, I never really looked into it.
That ring you got on your finger don't mean nothing.
Yeah, it don't mean nothing nowadays because of the fact that it's just the way it is. Everybody out with the old, in with the new. And I guess that's okay. They say you better get on board or you get left behind. But I always looked at it like that. I always looked at it from the standpoint that it's like the food pyramid. If I follow the food pyramid 100%, I'm going to be fat. I'm going to kill myself. So I always look at everything with a grain of salt, no matter what it is and no matter what somebody say. I'm gonna size it up and see where I fit in at. It's kind of like the snake. the lady got a big old snake, and they say she take him to the doctor, and she say, well, he won't eat. And the doctor say, where do he sleep at? And she said, well, he sleep by me. And then the doctor say, well, the reason why he ain't eating, he figuring out what size you is so he can make room so he can eat you. See, and that's how that ball stuff is out here, Bo. I mean, like I said, man, there's a lot of people outside of me. Let's not even put me in the mix, but there's a lot of people certified and qualified for that. And why they don't get the jobs,
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
That's why I said DeMarlo and all. I pushes that button too, and just like I know a lot of brothers that was in the minors, and I know you had a little journey in the minor leagues, and we did a lot of shows, Melvin Jackson, a lot of them, but all of them were saying about the same story. Let's say, for instance, like in your journey, I know it, but a lot of people don't know that they got you down there and put you in the outfield. Then they tried to put a label on you, say you have a glove. And I know you didn't play the outfield probably never in your life.
Yeah, I never played it until I remember going to big league camp, and I come down, and the farm director come down. He, Charlie, I got something for you. He turned around, he gave me a glove, man. It seemed like it was longer than a Subway sandwich. A triple, like them sandwiches we used to get in New Orleans at this place called We Never Closed. They had these like 60-foot Subway sandwiches. That's what they gave me a glove that long. They put me out in the outfield. But man, Bo, that's how it was when I came along. Remember, I got drafted to pitch. And somebody got hurt, and they say, who can play third? I raised my hand. They say, put your hand down. Hayes, you got too much money. You're a pitcher. Somebody got hurt the next day. I raised my hand. They say, hey, go ahead on out there. They hit me a ball. I dove and got it, threw him out. First at bat, hit a home run. Next at bat, hit another home run. They took me in the room afterwards, called my mom and said, Miss Hayes, your son Charles, we thought he was a pitcher, but once we saw him hit and run, we think he's going to help us better as an everyday player. My mom goes, he's just a baseball player. We didn't know, bro. We from Mississippi. We don't know. We go play. We go play. You know how we do. We go play.
Right.
And that's what we did. But, man, listen, Bo, I don't know what the numbers are. I watch. I pay a little attention. I don't think as many as us as I saw when I played. You would hope over time it would change. I think they're making strides. From the outside looking in, it seems that they are. But I would like to see a lot more. I like to see a lot more of us. We all would. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say, I think we're qualified. I look at football, and I look at the quarterbacks, and I think those numbers are up. And I think, when I played with I remember playing against Cincinnati Reds, man, they had like 15 brothers over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. What we do and what we did, it's only a select few can do it. And, but, this coaching and stuff, I think there's a lot of guys that are qualified that are trying to get back in the game that can't get in the game for whatever reason or what, and there's some of us, we all got skeletons or whatever in our closet, and we probably got some baggage or whatever, I'm sure. So I don't know what the circumstances are, but I see a lot of guys. I look at the AJ Hinch for Detroit. This guy was one of the coaches that they said that was cheating, but it doesn't stop him from getting an 8-year contract. So, I mean, or whatever it is, So, whatever we apply across the board, we need to enforce them with everybody. That's the only thing I pray for with baseball is that whatever rules that we supposed to abide by, we all got to abide by them. We can't have no more loopholes.
Well, I wish they give my boy DeMarlo a job. I just knew he was going to get the Cleveland job. And, they just went right on past my buddy, man.
About 10 years ago, I'd have did it. But now, man, I'm enjoying them grandkids, man. I got a grandboy. He don't even like baseball right now. He's soccer. But that's all right. We got the ladder in there. He learning how to do the ladder. So when we put the glove on his hand, he gonna know how to control his weight. They know how to catch a ground ball. So we sneaking the baseball in there with him a little bit with the ladder, but he getting athletically running up and down that field on that soccer field. So, but he
I
gonna
heard
like
that.
baseball, yeah.
Well,
But
you know, do you remember Marvell Wynn? You remember Marvell?
yeah, man, he could
His
fly.
son is a professional soccer player, Marvell Wynn Jr.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw
yeah.
where Dennis Rodman's daughter is. Yeah. Dennis
But
Rodman
hey,
got.
tell me this, man. You got the academy going real strong and whatnot. Let's talk about your the Charlie Hayes Baseball Academy, Big League Baseball Academy. What does it consist of, and what type of things you got going on there? What you do?
We got a little bit of everything. We got some teams. They're the younger teams. What I've done is kind of cut off. Being out here so much because of the simple fact that I like to go travel and watch my kids. So basically what we got is like 4 or 5 teams between the ages 9 and 14. And it's myself, my kid Tyree, and I got a catching guy. And then I've got another in general coach that plays some college baseball. And basically what we do, we practice our 10s and 9s and 10s together. So that way it's 3 of us out there. And we've got, I think, roughly 30 kids. And we keep them moving. We get a lot of reps. We in the reps. Right now we do a Thursday, Saturday practice schedule where on Thursdays we do all hitting for 2 hours, the entire group. We have 8 cages where we got constantly going, machines, soft tall, off the tee, a little bit of everything. And then on Saturday, we go out on the field, and then that's when we do defense. We take ground balls. The way we take ground balls, we do, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone because we get the kids to understand that the way I throw the ball when I throw a ground ball, it's the same thing I do when I'm pitching off a mound. We get a lot of repetitions, Bo. We got a fungo man. We got some kids that do private lessons. We got some that don't. That's the hardest thing out here doing this is getting 12 kids, and then 2 sets of parents, which gives you 36, a number of 36, all on the same page. So What I try to get the parents to understand out here is if you see that this environment is conducive to learning for your kid, then you should do everything in your power to stay out here and be a part of it. So the way you do that is worrying about your kid only. I'm a cheer for every kid out here, but at the end of the day, I'm only worried about my kid. And I think if you do that as a parent, and you'll be better off out here. I can't worry about the next kid on my team. I got to worry about my kid. If my kid is learning, I don't care if the team lose every game. It's about learning right now at the ages where we at. When you start making money, then that's when you should be worried about this and that. Like my kids, I never used them I looked at them as my 401k. I did what I did. I bought the bats and the gloves that they had because I could do it. I didn't do it thinking that this was going to make them my 401k. I didn't never do that. And I think that's what we do as parents sometimes. No. Whatever your kid need, if he puts up the effort and do it. Like I had one kid, Charles Jr. He didn't like baseball. So we put him in Little League because it's cheaper. You see what I'm saying? We want him to continue to play because he was getting better as a person by being socially with other people. So, but his whole desire wasn't to play baseball. So I adjusted where he needed to be.
Right.
It's okay if you see what I'm saying? Some people won't do that. I adjusted because that was the thing to do. And we don't do that. We we play through our kids. I've never done that, dude. I cry sometimes when I be watching my kid out there. And he be playing that ball, bro, and I be, it's like it's so surreal. And that's why I hide at the games, Bo. They give me those tickets, and I trade them with somebody, so that way when because if they know where you at, they gonna put the camera on.
They'll put the camera on. They sure do.
Man, I don't like that camera no more, man. It ain't about me no more. It's about them kids out there on that field, man. Yeah.
Right. So, go ahead, Bill.
Charlie, a little earlier you gave us some advice for the parents as we kind of close out this episode. What advice do you have for the players?
Work hard.
No shortcuts.
Ain't no shortcuts. You work. Hey, if you want everybody to clap when you do good, you got to work hard when ain't nobody watching you. That's what this is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I thought I was the best, bro. When something didn't go right, I didn't drop my head. I got myself up and I got back out there to get after it. Parents, I love parents. But hey, the kid gotta want it. Yes. You can't make him want it. You can't make him want it. And,
that's right.
And being mean to him, they don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
What you know about that car ride home after the game, Charlie? That car ride home after the game with your kids?
I don't even. I learned to not even talk about baseball unless he talk about it. Right now, with my kid Keith Brown, you know what I learned? He want me to listen. I don't need to have all the answers. He want me to listen, and that's okay. See, it ain't no one way to skin a cat. So we got to be smart. Like I tell people all the time, here's what's wrong with us. These 20 and 19 and 20-year-olds, we need more people. We need more people concerned about how to treat them after they did a wrong instead of if I'm going to kick them off the team. You see what I'm saying? He's 20 years old. He need me. So I'm going to punish him, but I ain't going to kick him off the team. I'm going to use that miscraft that he had as a learning tool to make him better. I ain't going to just throw him under the bus. We got to stop that. That's what's wrong with us. Every time somebody do something wrong, we want to throw him under the bus. Okay, listen at this. I had a guy that I didn't quit, that I didn't kick him off the team. Guess what? He had a family. He had a wife. He had 3 daughters. One graduated from Brown. One graduated from Rice, and one graduated from MIT. He's a successful businessman. If I would have kicked him off the team, do you think that might have happened? You see what I'm saying? So that's how we gotta come at these youth now. We gotta be just as smart as them, but we gotta quit giving up on them so fast.
Yeah. And you said something else that I want to key on before we get up out of here too. You said within the youth instruction. Hear this out, Bill. He said a lot of cats, now this is today's ball. And I kind of agree with him because I've been going out. I've been watching. I watched Key Bryan, by the way. He sent Key Bryan up here, for y'all that don't know. He sent them up here in Chicago for one summer before he got drafted. And I followed it. And that's when I got to this notion. A lot of people, you said they'd be more concerned with W's than teaching.
Development.
Talk
man. Winning. What winning do out here? They don't do nothing. You know, I got kids out here when they were 10 years old. Key Bryan Hayes, he hit a home run, right? And he would fall running the bases 2 times. He would fall 2 times on a home run. And everybody back there jumping up and down. Oh, Key Bryan, he got 42 home runs. And I'm standing back there being real. Saying to myself, how am I going to stop my kid from falling? You see what I'm saying? And that we not caught up in that. I had a lady one day, she posted, it been raining, Bo, out here for 30 days. You know, man, I'm finna call Noah and bring the ark. Come on, man, come get us. It's so much water over here. They finally played the state playoffs in football. This kid uniform was whiter than a cloth at the White House. And this lady posts, we finally won state and her kid ain't even play. How you happy we won state and your kid didn't even play? That's where we at now. We teaching the kids, with social media that every life is easy. Everybody doing good. Everybody succeeding. No, we're not. No, we're not. And that's what they learn. That's what we teach them. No, I teach mine's real, man. Hey, you get in trouble, I can't get you out no more. You 18. You got to go through the system. Hey, I'm gonna be real with mine. I let them know. Hey, don't make me put these things on your head. If I have to, I will. You always my kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we ain't gonna get no gun and none of that. I remember my boy went to college. He say, I'm a man. When he got up there to UT on that football team, and they were out there hitting out there, and I say, what's going on, man? How football? He's like, man, these are grown men. I say, yeah, you said you want to be grown, and hung up on him, bro. Bro, I hung up on him. You say you want to be grown. But nah, man, I just like keeping it real, man. I love ball.
Mm-hmm.
I like coming on, Bo. You know I do anything
we
for
appreciate
you, man.
man.
You always take care of me when I come to Chi-Town, and
You took care of us, Charlie. You took care of us, man. We appreciate you giving up the knowledge and letting these cats know the bottom line is ain't no shortcut. You gotta work.
I wanted you to see what it was like. I wanted you to come sit in there with Barry Bond, so you can pass it on to the kids, because I know that's what you're gonna do, man.
Yeah.
It ain't about us no more, Bo. It's about the kids. And I think we forget that sometimes. And it's easy for that to happen, but I'm all about the kids, Bo. That's what I do out here. I got this Catch 96 Foundation, where I've been fortunate. I met some of these Yankee people, and they help me out here. I get some kids that can't afford to pay. We got a process that they have to go through. If they pass it, then we can sometimes get help to help them pay. There's a number of ways to do it. I think I remember when I was coming up, man, I came up hard, Bo. And, I told you about it. And, you'd be too proud to ask. And, hey, like I tell people all the time, man, I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't people that believed in me outside of my family. And that was all about how I carried myself and how my character was. Like I tell people all the time, knowledge gets you power, but character gets you respect. So I always carry myself like that. Like I tell all these kids, yeah, I'm from the hood, but I know how to put on a pink tie and be smart too. And we gotta be universal. And we're not. We one way, and we can't be one way, because when you one way, you're gonna be predictable, and that's not good. You see what I'm saying? We gotta thrive and strive to be productive every day. And if we look at it that way, we can be that. Like I said, the biggest thing I learned was, like, I remember my kid. I talked to him about Vanderbilt. I said, hey, man, Vanderbilt, they want you. And he goes, yeah, I like it, but I don't know. And I was like, man, that's the way to go. So I'm riding around down at the WBC, and all of a sudden I get a tweet. I get a text on my thing, on my phone. It's a tweet from Twitter, and it say, Key Brian Hayes commit to Tennessee. So
that's how you found out?
That's how you found it? That's how you found out?
I'm like, hey, bro, what's up? And, I treat him like he's my brother. And even though I'm his daddy, it worked better like that, because I ain't trying to beat him up. I'm trying to teach him and keep him out of the things that I got into that were detriment or were bumps in my ride. So, and I go, hey, what's up? What's up with Vanderbilt? He say, man, I thought about it like this, Dad. He said, if everybody that's good is on my team, how am I gonna know if I'm good?
Is it me or is it the team? Is it me or am I on a super team?
That's what he said. So he went to he committed to Tennessee, but the good
never
Lord,
made it.
the good
never made it.
Yeah, the good Lord blessed.
Never made it.
Yeah, the good Lord blessed him. And
he got a gold glove this year too, Bill. He gave him a gold glove, man.
Yeah, Bo, but like I tell people all the time, I don't think they gave him the money because of what he gonna do. I think they gave him the money for what he represents.
Very good.
You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna get in trouble. I can sit right here and tell you that he's not gonna get in trouble. He gonna do the right thing. Yeah,
He a good
you
kid.
know what I'm saying?
I know him personally. A good kid.
And Bo, everybody try to give me all the credit, but bro, you know me, bro, and you know I call it like it said. That woman we got here at the house, man, we call her Miss Steinbrenner. Cause she know more about ball than all of us.
Yeah, I seen her. She be at every game, Bill.
Bro, last year she told me you need to call Keith
up
Bryant.
in Chicago.
Hey, Bo, she told me last year, she go, you need to call Keith Bryant. I say, for what? His hand's too high. I say, oh my God, here we go. Mama know about hitting now. Mama know about hitting.
Hey, but tell me this, man. I was disappointed. Man, there's something about me and playing this race card, man. How you gonna be the Golden Glove and still not be one of the top defenders? Make me understand this shit, man.
Hey man, that's hey.
I'm sorry, man. I can't help it, man.
That kid ain't even on social media, man. All he do is repost.
So I'm glad he don't see that shit.
Nah, they be on there, they watch this and that, but man, these kids are in everything. I was watching him the other day. He was looking at the stock market the whole time. Man, I ain't never checked none of that ball. I was all about that ball, baby.
That stuff be blowing me away, though, man. How you can give a brother a Golden Glove, then now you got the upcoming, and he like 8 down. I thought when you number one, you the champion to somebody dethrone you.
Yeah, that's how.
And they ain't hit a ground ball yet.
Well, maybe that's how it'll be now since he finally got one. Maybe he'll get the respect that he deserved. He don't care. He just goes and play. He want to win. Mm-hmm. Before, he wanted to train and get better. But now, since money on the line, he want to win. You see the difference in the win?
New day.
I don't want that $2 ring. I want that $2,000 bill.
Right. Hey, man, put my bids in for my tickets, too, man. Tell them, man. I might come. Whatever. Hey, man, I'm going to be hook me up.
Yeah. Hey, Bo, you know, when we get in town, you just got to let me know way ahead of time. Cause this boy, when he get to the stadium, he ain't thinking about none of us. I remember one day, I told you, he forgot to leave me ticket. Cause he locked in, man. He all about his job. And you know, Daddy, me, I supposed to have I called him already before that and told him what the number I needed, but I had forgot. You know, when you get close to 60, you start forgetting stuff, bro.
Hey, I got a Utica, man, a bad motor scooter. I asked you by name, Greg Daniels. We call him Hammer. He said he remember a brother. Dag, oh, wait a minute, I just had this shit. Here it go. Wait a minute. Oh, man. How I do this?
Back home? He talking about back home?
Yeah. No, he said no. He's in 83. He was at an invitation only camp with you at the Mets, and they had him running against your high school cousin, Marcus Lawton.
That's the dude I was telling you about, Marcus Lawton, Gulfport. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he talking about it. He said Marcus running. He said he ran a 6.260. He said he could have went backwards in the last 5 yards and still beat my man. He was going like this. My boy Greg, who I'm talking about, he led the nation in hitting, man. In Central State, he was one of the best hitters I ever seen in my life. That's why this the dude I was telling you about when I got down in Mississippi. I ain't seen nobody hit better Hammer.
But Bo, that's what's so crazy about baseball. That's why I guess everybody love it, is because what makes sense don't make sense. I mean, it's like, remember, you ever hear about the one guy, Holtzman or whatever, that hit almost 400 home runs in the minor leagues, and he got one day in the big leagues? What? So that's what I try to tell people all the time. Everybody always talks about the numbers, but there's a lot more that goes into the games than just the numbers, and people don't understand that. Like, you know, I heard a guy say, "Oh, he brings so much to the team," but he ain't getting nobody out. So maybe he needs to be a coach and not a pitcher on the team. You see what I'm saying? So
not getting no outs. Huh?
Yeah, you got to figure out where you fit in at. But like I try to tell people all the time, they go, man, because I'm a Yankee, you know, the Yankees, they take care of me and my family.
Mhm.
Even though my kid played for Pittsburgh, they still provide me opportunities to make money and enhance my family.
Mhm.
So these Yankee fans, it's a million of them, and I love them all. And they ask
I'm
me,
one. I'm one.
hey, and they ask me all the time, you know, what's wrong with Judge? I say, what you mean? What's wrong with Judge? They say he
What's
not
wrong with
hitting. He said he not hitting. I say, well, what you mean he not hitting? He not hitting the ball. I say, well, you make it sound like he playing against little leaguers.
Mm.
He playing against other major leaguers. I don't care if you're on the worst team up there, you a major leaguer.
The whole game
Right.
plan is to get him out.
That's right.
Yeah. So, like, and I say, he goes, well, I don't understand. I say, well, what kind of car does Judge drive? Oh, he drives a big Mercedes. I say, so does that pitcher. I say, see how it's competition? That's what baseball is. I could easily say what's wrong with Judge if he was playing against high school kids and wasn't hitting the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But he playing against other major leaguers. And you remember those numbers I ran across you early. 23,000 in all those years can say they played in the big league.
Yeah, you played with another one of our guys who played on the team with me, and the guy that just asked this question, Greg Daniels. And this is a guy I told you about, Bill, but Charlie played with him. This dude named Mike Smith. We called him Double O.
I know
Mississippi, man.
I know
He threw 100, man. He threw 100.
That's the one hit you because you were dating this girl.
Hey, shh! Don't tell him.
Hey, look at Bo.
Hey!
I'm messing with Bo.
Hey, Greg, don't you go down there telling people down in Mississippi that now. You know, y'all know now. I know you. Y'all know why he hit me. Yes, sir. But that's another example. Like I'm saying, they don't keep. I mean, he wasn't there. I think he could have been a 10-year pro, but if he wasn't getting no clock like that and people not getting it, that'll let you know what type of people are in the major leagues. It ain't easy. You know, I figure he was one.
It's hard, man. It's hard. Like I say, I was fortunate. I was blessed to get the opportunity to get up there. I still look back on it at times, and I look at. Like, I remember they asked me about the last out of the World Series. Mm-hmm. And I really didn't know what had happened until years went by and you look back on it and you start to understand the significance of what actually happened. The Yankees hadn't won a World Series in a long time.
Yes.
And then us winning that year. And the one thing I want kids to take from that is, and I always try to make a point of it, I did not start the game. I was on the bench. And instead of me being over there pouting because I wasn't out there, I was over there strategizing because I had been around people like Chris Spires and Bob Brentley and Bob Melvin and Ralph Garr and Willie May. I was trying to figure out where the coach might use me in the game at. Because I got to be ready no matter what the role was.
So you were a defensive replacement. I
went in on defense. And that's what I try to tell kids. I made a few $1 million. My name would forever go down in the history of the Yankees. And I didn't start the game. I was on the bench.
Yeah.
See? And that's what I try to get kids to understand. Hey, just because you ain't in the game, that don't mean the coach ain't going to use you.
I mean, you can't. That does not mean you can't contribute this day.
Stay positive.
That's right.
Everybody's going to get a chance. Whatever role it is, make the most of it.
Right.
Because everybody, it's easy to feel sorry for yourself. But you live in America that I live in. It ain't nobody trying to pick you up. They trying to hit you in the head.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
so you got to keep yourself up.
Yes, sir. Where that ball at, man?
Me?
Where that ball at?
Right here, look.
Hey, he still got it. You lied. For real, that's it?
Nah, man, I gave it away to somebody that needs. But look, I ain't got no. I got all these back stuffs in my life now, where my wife and them say I need to stretch all the time. That's what I'm doing.
I
Hey,
got
look,
one on now.
hey, Bo, look at my boss up there.
I see him.
I gotta let you see it. I try to be like him. Look, you see it, Steinbrenner?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
We see it.
yeah, man. I'm
Hey,
over
man,
here.
this has been a good one, man. We
Hey, Bo.
appreciate you coming on the show, man, for sure.
Hey, Bo, you gotta hook me up with all them brothers when we get in town, man.
Absolutely.
We go smoke a cigar. You know, I always come in a day or two early anyway.
Absolutely. We're
Yeah,
gonna get you up, and we're gonna send you. In the future, we're gonna send all of our guests one of these beautiful shirts we got, and we're gonna send you one of these, Charlie. You know,
Hey,
and
bro,
make it
what
right.
we gotta do, we gotta go live on StreamYard.com at the baseball game while the game going on. We gonna commentate the game.
Sound
Yeah,
like a winner. We can make that happen, Bill.
We'll be there.
I think
We'll be
we
there.
can make that happen, man. Hey, man, we appreciate you coming and giving us your time. Been very informative, man, and we're gonna be talking to you, man. All right.
Just remember, parents, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. So, like, ain't that the only thing that comes from this is hard work.
Yeah.
That's it. Uh-oh, your voice went out.
Say his wife
Bo,
called.
I'll talk to you. The wife calling me.
Okay, one love, man. Great show, man. That was a great one, man.
Well, we thought this would be a 13-year Major League veteran, World Series winner. Both of his sons play professionally. He still remains connected to the game, and also the only important part of the only Mississippi Little League team ever to play in the Little League World Series.
So black. So that was
team from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, 1977.
Okay. Wow, that was pretty good, man. Yep, and like I said, our future guests will be giving y'all some of these beautiful teas that we have made up, you know. And
Shout out to Coach Anderson.
yeah, shout out. We got Ralph God next Sunday, man.
Road
runner. Yeah, man. It's been a good one, man. Hey, we can piece it on out. Thank you guys for watching. We hope everything was informative. And like I always say, if you woke, you winning, y'all. It's been a good one, y'all. Thanks, Bill. Till next time.
Talk to you soon, bro.
Mm-hmm.